afternoon. Today, I'm going to explain one more LAQ, respiratory system of cockroach. The SAQ mouth parts, I'll after the finishing of this topic, I will take. Yesterday, the discontinue is there now. That's next. The respiratory system of cockroach. Here, the cockroach, the blood is not having the respiratory pigment. Here, the cockroach blood is the colorless. All of you know this one. The cockroach blood is the colorless. Then, why means they are absence of the respiratory pigment. Absence of respiratory pigment. Means respiratory pigment is not there. That's why the cockroach doesn't play the blood doesn't play any role in the respiration. Here, normally blood is having the hemoglobin. Respiratory pigment is there. Then they play a role in the respiration. But in this, cockroach doesn't play any role in the respiration. That's why the special system is present inside of the cockroach. Special tubular structure is present that we call as a tracheal system. Trachea means that the tube-like structures are present that we call as a tracheal system. Here, tubes, the small tubes are arise. All the small tubes are joined and form it as a big tubes. Like that, the trachea is forming. That is called as the tracheal system. Another name of the respiratory system is called as in the cockroach tracheal system. Trachea carries the oxygen to the all the parts of the body and getting the carbon dioxide. Here, next. So I'll draw the what the structures are present in the tracheal system means. The in cockroach tracheal system is having the mainly three parts are there. They are called as a stigmata, are also called as a spiracles. Next, second is the trachea. And third, the tracheoles. These components are present in the tracheal system. The cockroach blood doesn't have the respiratory pigment. That's why it doesn't play any role in the respiration. That's why inside of the cockroach, number of trachea is formed. That trachea is combined and form it as a system that we call as a tracheal system. Tracheal system is having the three parts, three components are there. One is called as a stigmata. Second is called as a trachea and the tracheoles. Clear? Briefly, I say about these things. Afterwards, I will draw the diagram. Clear? First, what about the stigmata means we are having the nostrils now. Like that only, the cockroach is having the outer openings are there. These outer openings are communicate with the exterior. That is called as a stigmata. Outer openings are called as a stigmata or also called as a spiracles. In the cockroach, the total spiracles are 10 pairs of spiracles are present. Here, 10 pairs of spiracles are present. The cockroach is divided into number of segments. They are having the cockroach, the body is divisible into head, thorax, and abdominal region. In the thorax region means the middle region, the thoracic region, two are present. Two pairs of the spiracles are present. These two pairs of spiracles is called as a thoracic spiracles. They are present in the thoracic region. That's why they are called as a thoracic spiracles. And the remaining 8 pairs are present in the abdominal region that we call as a abdominal spiracles. Abdominal spiracle. Abdominal region, the openings are there that we call as a abdominal spiracles, which are present in the thoracic region that we call as a thoracic spiracles. All the spiracles, all the openings are valvular. They are having the valves are present, and also they are surrounded by the opening is surrounded by the surrounded by the chitinous, the ring is present inside of this is the opening. The spiracle inside is having the mainly the structure is present, that is the chitinous structure is present. That chitinous structure we call as a peritreme. Peritreme is present. And the inside of that peritreme, here the number of the hair-like structures are present. These hair-like structures we call as a trichomes. These trichomes are every time prevent the spiracles from the dust particles. The dust particles are prevented by they are not enter inside of the spiracle by the hair-like structures called as a trichome. All the spiracles are same like this only. Next, this is about the stigmata, spiracles. And the inside of the cockroach, the spiracles are the here the how many 10 spiracles are present. Depending upon the number of spiracles and functioning, the spiracles are here we call it as a holoneustic type of the spiracle, holoneustic. Depending upon the number of the spiracles and functioning of the spiracles, tracheal system is which type of the tracheal system is present inside of the cockroach means holoneustic, means the all spiracles are working. Here all spiracles are working. Whole means the total spiracles are working, that we call as a holoneustic. And this is also called a polyneustic. Polyneustic means the more than 3 spiracles are 3 pairs of more than 3 pairs of spiracles are present, that we call as a polyneustic. More than 3 pairs of spiracles are present, that we call as the polyneustic. This one is about the stigmata. Stigmata means the outer openings, that is having how many 10 pairs are present in this, that 2 are present in the thoracic region, 8 is present in the abdominal region. Here this one is about the spiracles. I will draw the diagram, and first just briefly I will explain this one. Next one is the trachea. Next, these are the tubular structures. The means the spiracles are, for example, this one is the opening. The spiracle is opens into the empty space. That empty space we call as a atrium, or also called as a atria. This atria opens into the tube-like structures. These tube-like structures we call it as a trachea. Here, trachea means tube-like structures. The spiracles are opens into the empty space. That empty space is opens into the trachea, means tube-like structures, they are enter, that we call as a trachea. In the thoracic region, the horizontal trachea is present in the thoracic region. Horizontal trachea is present. Horizontal trachea is present. These horizontal trachea connect with each other, and they are formed it as a dorsal cephalic duct. Dorsal cephalic trunk and the ventral cephalic trunk. 2 trunks are formed in the thoracic region. Means thoracic region, the spiracles are opens into the trachea. These trachea is horizontal. They are interconnected, and they are formed as a 2 trunks. They are called as a dorsal cephalic trunk and ventral cephalic trunk. These 2 trunks gives the oxygen to the head parts. Head total part is getting by these two trunks. Next one is the in the abdominal region, this one is the same like this only. It is the spiracle. This spiracle is opens into the trachea. Spiracle is opens into the atrium. Atrium is opens into the trachea. This trachea is having the which trachea is present means one branch is coming from the dorsal side that we call as a dorsal trachea or dorsal branch, and one is ventral branch, and second one is the ventral branch, and middle one this is called as a lateral branch. Here three are combined to the atrium that opens into the spine. I will draw the diagram, then you understood easily. Next is the what is the structure of the trachea means. Trachea is a pipe-like structure. This tube-like structure. This tube-like structure is having the mainly three layers are present. This trachea is having the covered by the three layers. The outer layer is called as a basement membrane. Outer layer is called as a basement membrane. Next, the next layer is called as a epithelium. Next layer is called as a epithelium is present. Inner, the chitinous layer is present. That layer is called as a intima. Intima is present. This intima sometimes thickening and form it as a spiral structure, ring-like structures that we call as a, they are called as a ctenidae. Ctenidae is formed like a C-shaped ring. They are formed as a ctenidae. Like this, trachea is covered by the three membranes. The outer is called as a basement membrane, and the middle is called as the epithelium. Inner is the chitinous intima is present. The intima undergoes a thickening and form it as a ctenidae. This is the structure of the trachea. Next, the next one is the trachea is, for example, this one is the trachea. Trachea ends with the next is the this is the trachea. Trachea ends with the cell that we call as a terminal cell is present, that we call as a tracheolar cells. Tracheolar cells are present means the where the trachea end terminal cell is present. That terminal cell we call as a tracheal cell. This trachea, from the tracheal cells, number of branches are arise. Small branches are arise. These branches we call as a tracheoles. Here, from the trachea is end with the tracheoles. Trachea is the trachea ending is ended by the tracheolar cell. From the tracheolar cell, number of branches are arise. These branches we call as a tracheoles. Clear? What is the structural difference between the trachea and tracheoles means? Already we discussed the outside. The trachea outside of the trachea is having the basement membrane, and second membrane is called as the epithelium. Inner is called as a the inner is called intima is present. But in this only the outside is having the basement membrane is present. Next, second the layer epithelium is present, and inner intima is absent. Only two layers are present. Next, what is the function we didn't discuss? Ctenidae and the intima mainly. What is the function of that in the trachea means keep the trachea always open. Keep the trachea always open by intima and the ctenidae, and also they are preventing from the collapse of the trachea. Next, tracheoles are covered by the only two membranes. Outer is called as a basement membrane. Inner is called as a epithelial membrane. Here it is a devoid of intima. Intima is absent inside of the tracheole. And this inside of the tracheoles, the fluid is present. That fluid we call as a tracheolar fluid. Tracheolar fluid. What is the use of this tracheolar? Means tracheolar fluid. They are that is the amount of tracheolar fluid depending upon the metabolic activity. If the metabolic activity is more metabolic activity is there, that time they means the active time that tracheolar fluid is totally absorbed. In the metabolic activity is more, that time tracheolar fluid is not present inside of the tracheoles. If they are resting stage, means the metabolic activities are slowed down or metabolic activities are absent, that time inside of the tracheolar fluid is present. This one is about the trachea, and I'll explain with the diagram. I'll draw the diagram. You observe the diagram. You just I'm drawing like how I am drawing, same like that only. You also draw the diagram. Just dotted line, put it. In the thoracic region, the three segments are present. Next. Just 10 segments, you draw it in the abdominal. In the thoracic region, 3 segments, you draw it in the abdominal region, 2, 3. Ten segments, you draw it. This side also same. Next, mark it. This one is a thoracic segment 1. This one is a thoracic segment 2. This one is a thoracic segment 3. Abdominal segment 1. Abdominal segment 2. Abdominal segment 3. 4. And 5. 6. 7. 8. Here, the 8 is more important here. See this one, the spiracles, where the spiracles are present. In the thoracic region, 2 spiracles are present. Already we discussed the spiracles are in the thoracic region. First segment doesn't have the spiracle. Between the first and second segment, it is present, and the second and third segment is second and third segment it is present. And the abdominal, all the abdominal segment, one is present. Total 8 spiracles are present. Next. This one is the atrium. Spiracles are opens into the atrium. Here the abdominal segments, you are joined like this. This one is the ventral trachea. One second. Next, like this only. Change the color. That spiracle only. You join to that spiracles only. This is the easy method to draw the diagram. Blue color is the dorsal side. The red color is the ventral. Next, one more. Here the lateral trachea. dorsal cephalic trunks. In the head region, cephalic trunks are present. Dorsal one. This one is the ventral. Every time red color is the ventral side. Ventral cephalic trunk that goes to the head. That's why we call it as a cephalic trunk. Here, next these are the thoracic spiracles. Next, these all are the abdominal spiracles. The space they enter inside of this space we call as a atrium, or also called as a atria. Next, this one is the ventral this color I'll change. This is actually the color, this will change, but here this one is dorsal longitudinal trunk. Dorsal longitudinal trunk. Ventral longitudinal trunk. Next, green color, this one is the lateral longitudinal trunk. Commissural trachea. See here, the thoracic spiracles are present, abdominal spiracles 8 is present. First, we are going to discuss about the thoracic spiracles. They are horizontally, they are interconnected with each other, and they arise the two cephalic ducts are there, dorsal cephalic duct, cephalic trunk, and the ventral cephalic trunk. In the thoracic region, horizontal trachea all are interconnect and rise the two main trunks are there. They are called as a dorsal cephalic trunk and ventral cephalic trunk. These trunks goes to the head and get the branches, and they give the oxygen to the head part here. Next is down the abdominal region. They are having the which one? The abdominal region is having the longitudinal trunks are joined to the spiracles. Which one means dorsal, ventral, and the lateral. Means the dorsal, all the dorsal trachea combine and form it as a dorsal longitudinal trunk, and all the ventral trachea is combined and form it as a ventral longitudinal trunk. All the lateral trachea is combined and form it as a lateral longitudinal trunk. Means in the atria, means the inside of the abdominal spiracle that opens into the atrium, that is having the three branches are there, that is opens into the three trachea. First dorsal trachea, and the ventral trachea, and the lateral trachea. All the dorsal side trachea is combined and form it as a dorsal longitudinal trunk. All the ventral side join and form it as a ventral longitudinal trunk, and the sides All are joined and form it as a lateral longitudinal trunk. Like this one is about the tracheal system. And in this, what about the mechanism of respiration? Next one is the mechanism of respiration. I will take one. Mechanism of respiration. In this, two processes are there, inspiration and the expiration. All of you know this one. Taking air in is called as the inspiration. Expel out is called as the expiration. In this process, what will happen means both the mechanism is occur by the two types of muscles. They are called as a dorsoventral muscles. Dorsoventral muscles and the ventrolateral muscles. Ventrolateral muscles. These two types of muscles undergoes the relaxation. These muscles are undergoes the relax. What will happen means the automatically inside of the coelom or inside of the body cavity, relax time only. They both of them are dorsoventral muscles and the ventrolateral muscles. Both of them are get relaxed. That time the body cavity means inside of the coelom, body cavity is increased. Body cavity is increased. Body cavity increase means automatically the pressure will be fall or decreased. Pressure is decreased. Pressure is decreased. That's why the pressure is decreased means automatically through the spiracles the air is comes in. That process is called as the inspiration. This is the passive process. Passive process. In this time, what the mechanism is occur means inspiration time, the thoracic spiracles, already two types of spiracles I said. Thoracic region is having the which spiracles that we call as a thoracic spiracles, which are present in the abdominal, that we call as the abdominal spiracles. In the inspiration time, thoracic spiracles, two thoracic spiracles are keep open. They are thoracic spiracles are open. All the abdominal spiracles are closed. Abdominal spiracles closed. When in the inspiration time, air is taken by the only the two thoracic spiracles only. Here, to the two thoracic spiracles only, the inspiration is occurring. What about the expiration? Means expiration is mainly in this time the dorsoventral muscles and the ventrolateral muscles are relaxed in the inspiration time. In the expiration time, dorsoventral, shortcut I am writing, dorsoventral muscles and the ventrolateral muscles, both of them are get contract. That time what will happen means the body cavity will be decreased. Body cavity decrease. Body cavity decrease means automatically the pressure will be increased. Before that, pressure is decreased. In this, pressure is increased. Pressure increased. Automatically, the air is comes out. That we called as the expiration. It is the active process. Active process. Here, next what the mechanism is occurring in the expiration time means in the inspiration time, thoracic spiracles are keep open, the abdominal spiracles are closed. In the expiration time, what it is means the opposite. Thoracic spiracles are closed, abdominal spiracles are open. This is about the mechanism of respiration. The mechanism of respiration is having the two processes are there, inspiration and the expiration. In these two process, the main muscles are the dorsoventral muscles and the ventrolateral muscles. In the relaxation time, the body cavity will be increased, the pressure will be decreased automatically. The air comes in, that is called inspiration. In the inspiration time, thoracic spiracles are opened, keep open, the abdominal spiracles are closed. Next is the expiration time, same muscles, they are get contract, that time body cavity will be decreased, the pressure is increased, that's why the air expel out, that we called as the expiration. In this time, the thoracic spiracles are closed, abdominal spiracles are open. Next, what about the exchange of gases means the mainly the trachea means the air inside of the air gas exchange. Here the gas exchange means along with the air, oxygen is coming through the oxygen is present inside of the trachea. Inside of the trachea, the oxygen is present. The oxygen is distributed to the all parts, all the cells. Each and every cell get the oxygen through the trachea, and the carbon dioxide is present inside of the hemocoel. That hemocoel, that carbon dioxide is normally eliminated by the intersegmental membrane. Intersegmental membrane. Normally they are expelled out. Here the discontinuous ventilation is present in the which one? Some insects like a cockroach, grasshopper, beetles. Incomplete means discontinuous ventilation. What it is? Discontinuous ventilation is occur. What about the discontinuous ventilation means? Oxygen is required easily through the trachea. They can get, the cells are get, but the carbon dioxide is also. Carbon dioxide, the depending upon the pressure, they can eliminate outside through the intersegmental membrane or at a time, not the regularly, continuously, they are not eliminated. At a time, all the spiracles, abdominal spiracles at a time open like a burst, they can't release. That's why we call it as a discontinuous ventilation. Clear? This one is about the gas exchange in the cockroach. And next, we are coming to the diagram. Here, this one is the important one. And what about the trachea means in the metabolic activities in the daytime, what will happen means, for example, this one is the trachea. The tracheolar cells are present. This is the tracheolar cell. The tracheolar cell is having the tracheal cells are having the tracheoles. This one is the tracheoles. This is the tracheolar cell. Tracheolar cell. This is having the branches. That branches we call as a tracheole. This is normally in the active time. Active time here this is the cells are present inside of the cells. They are tracheoles are present. These tracheoles doesn't have the tracheolar fluid. I will take the one more board. Means no tracheolar fluid. Y means it is the active time, means the daytime. Daytime is the sorry, in the night time. This one is in the night time. The nocturnal animal, night time, the metabolic activities are more. That's why the active stage, night time are also called as a active stage. Active state or active stage. The tracheolar fluid is absent inside ending of the tracheoles. Next, what about in the active time? It is the rest time. Next, I am drawing the diagram. Next, rest time. Like this, the tracheole. This one is this is a tracheolar cell. They are having the tracheolar branches that we call as a. See this one. In the rest stage, this is the inactive stage or daytime. Rest state or rest stage. Here the tracheoles are filled by the tracheolar. Observe the two diagrams, upper diagram and down diagram. Here the ending of the tracheoles are having the tracheolar fluid. Next, in the inactive stage, tracheolar fluid is present in the ending of the tracheoles. In the active time that is absorbed by for the metabolic activities, they are utilizing the tracheolar fluid. Like this, in the inactive stage, the tracheolar fluid is present. In the active stage, that is absorbed by the cells. Here, this one is about the tracheolar fluid. This is a diagram. Just like this only you practice it. One more time, just a briefing I am giving in the diagram. Mainly in the cockroach, 3 components are present. They are called as a spiracles. The 10 spiracles, 10 pairs of spiracles are present. 2 pairs are present in the thoracic region. 8 pairs are present in the abdominal region. All the spiracles are surrounded by the chitinous ring that we call as a peritoneum. Peritoneum inside the hair-like structures are present that we call as a trichomes. They prevent the trachea from the dust particles. Here, this one is next. The spiracles are depending upon the spiracles. The tracheal system is that it is having the holoneustic type, and the polyneustic type of tracheal system is present in cockroach. Next one is the trachea. The trachea means the tube-like structures. These trachea is having the 3 types of tubules are present: dorsal, ventral, lateral tubule. The atria opens, the spiracles are opens into the atrium. That atrium opens into the trachea like a dorsal trachea, ventral trachea, and the lateral trachea. Like this, the trachea is the main tubules. The trachea is covered by the 3 membranes. Their outer membrane is called as the basement membrane. The middle is called as a epithelium, and the innermost is called as that is made up of the chitinous that we call as the intima. This intima undergoes the thickening that we call as the tenidia is formed. This tenidia is helpful for the trachea keep open always and prevent from the collapse. Here, this one is about the trachea. The trachea in the thoracic region having the number of horizontal trachea. They are connected with each other and form it as a 2 trunks. They are called as a dorsal cephalic trunk and the ventral cephalic trunk in the thoracic region. In the abdominal region, the 3 types of each and every spiracle is opens into the dorsal trachea, ventral trachea, and lateral trachea. All the dorsal side trachea is combined and form it as a dorsal longitudinal trunk. All the ventral trachea is combined and form it as a ventral longitudinal trunk, and the sides, lateral side also all are combined and form it as a lateral longitudinal trunks. And between all the three longitudinal trunks, which one? Dorsal, ventral, and lateral intercommunicate with the one more, that commissural trachea or commissural trachea connect the three types of the longitudinal trunks. Here, this one is about the total tracheal system and the mechanism. It is having the two processes are there, same like all animals are having inspiration and expression. The inspiration and expression is mainly depending upon the two types of muscles. They are called as which one? Dorsoventral muscles and the ventrolateral muscles. Clear? The contraction and relaxation of these muscles, the inspiration, expression processes occur. The dorsoventral muscles and the ventrolateral muscles are get relaxed. That time the body cavity is increased. The air is enter inside through the thoracic spiracles, enter inside of the thoracic spiracles, that we call the inspiration. Next, the expiration, it is the dorsoventral muscles and the ventrolateral muscles they are contract. That time body cavity is decreased. That time the air is expelled. The pressure is increased automatically. That is expelled out. In the cockroach, the discontinuous ventilation is occur. What is discontinuous ventilation means? Normally oxygen is supplied to the all cells by the trachea, but carbon dioxide is present inside of the hemolymph. That is mainly some amount of the CO2 eliminated by the intersegmental membrane, and the depending upon the carbon dioxide pressure is more. At a time, like a burst, the total CO2 is expelled out. That is depending upon the tension of the CO2. Clear? This one is about the cockroach tracheal system. Next, yesterday I incomplete the mouth parts of cockroach, that I will draw again one more time. With this, one more momentarium is also there. With that, we complete the total. Yesterday, labelings are not completed. That's why I'm taking one more time. Then upper is called as a labrum, upper lip. labium, lower lip, this is having the three parts are there, mentum, submentum, prementum. Paraglossa or outer side, paraglossa, inner side, glossa. This is about the labium. Next is the middle sharp structures are present, teeth-like structures. They are called as a mandibles. The center, hypopharynx. Carda, stipes, stipe, galea, lecinia. Next, this palp is there that we call as a maxillary palp. Yes, the mouth parts of periplaneta or mouth parts of cockroach. Under this lesson in periplaneta, the only diagrams for SAQs, only diagrams are important. Already we completed the salivary glands. Second one is this one. One more is there. I will tomorrow I'll draw that one. Ommatidium. Three diagrams. Among these three diagrams, one is 100% will come in the exam. Clear? Take down this diagram and okay, we will continue. I'll give the 2 minutes. You take down the diagram. Afterwards, we wind up. Okay, we will continue tomorrow same time.